Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one, it's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
With league play done and dusted for the 2025-26 campaign, it is time for some tune-up matchups. Live from Michael A. Ries Ice Arena in Parma, this is OHSAA Hockey on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop. Tonight's matchup features the 8-20-1 Holy Name Green Wave as they welcome in the 10-16-1 Medina Hockey Club / Medina Battling Bees. Hello friends, Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Tommy Borawski is going to join us a little bit later. Currently, he is at the ticket gate doing ticketing. So once the first period is done, after intermission, he will be with us as our guest commentator for tonight's matchup. It's a new era for the Holy Name Green Wave, coaching-wise. Justin Sebastian now at the helm. All 8 wins have come under him this season, and he has really revitalized this program. A lot of key players have stepped up under him, including the junior Reed Feiner. He is one key player to look at tonight for the Namers. Looking at his statistics entering play tonight, 24 goals and 9 assists. He is one of the best scorers that Holy Name has had since they rebuilt the program 3 years ago after a 1-year hiatus. As for Medina, it is the player from Czechia, Matej Nievza. 13 goals and 3 assists on the year, 16 total points. The senior from the Czech Republic has had a great campaign as a foreign exchange student out of Buckeye High School. Once again, this is a club team. It's not all Medina players, but for the most part, it is Medina County-ish players, with some players coming from Cuyahoga, such as Independence, and others from Summit, such as Revere. It's a good squad. In club hockey, it's a mixed bag, but this is one of the teams that can compete at the club level. 7-4-1 in conference play. They were the number 2 team, only team that was better than them, went undefeated. That is the kind of team that Medina is. And you look at their history, they have plenty of state titles to show for it. State championships in 2005, 2006, 2013, and 2015. They're a fallen giant of the hockey world, and when they win tonight, they would improve to 11-16-1 on the year. The playoffs are coming up. No better time than now to play your best hockey. It's February. The competition, it is heating up, and both squads want to make it far, potentially into March. With that in mind, we'll toss things to our in-house PA announcer, who will get us underway in a few moments with our introductions and the anthem. Once again, this is OHSAA Hockey on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop. It's the Battling Bees and the Namers up next. And it looks like no introductions tonight. We are right into the action. Holy Name in their home gray jerseys, Medina in their road blacks, and we are ready to go. The puck has dropped, and it is a beautiful night for hockey here in Parma, Ohio. And it's an early opportunity here for the Battling Bees to get on the board. Good cross across the face of the crease, but nobody home on the end of it. And there's the first save of the night for the Namers. In between the posts tonight, it is going to be Colin Humphreys, the freshman. And the big reason why he is starting in between the posts tonight, tomorrow it is St. Ed's varsity on the docket for the Namers, and they want to keep Colin Birch fresh and ready to go. But from what we've been told, if Birch is needed to be called upon to win this game, they are not afraid to make the change. And if they do, I would assume that would happen after the first or second intermission. I think at a guarantee, you're going to see Humphreys in for at least the first period. And our first face-off, 14:33 on the clock, as we're running a different kind of setup. Usually it's 17 minutes in OHSAA, dropping down to the old 15 here as we look to have a quicker matchup tonight. Of course, an 8:45 start does change things. Bachel's shot saved on the far side. It settles with Cardenas, and he will try and set up the offense for the Namers. That long shot, too high from Sefcik, and it will reside on the boards. Another good cross, loose puck, another chance for Sefcik. Again, it's right in front of the crease, and nobody can get there in time for the Namers, and they will reset with the clear. And it will be the first icing of the game, and it will go on the Battling Bees. Holy Name, usually a team who takes a few minutes to get their offense rolling, but tonight a strong start for them, putting the pressure on Medina, and they force the game's first icing. So 14:01 on the clock in the opening frame, and we'll toss it down to the far side. Ball drop back to the action we go. And the Namers will let this one clear back into their defensive third. And it's a sprint for the puck. The Namers wanting to control the tempo here at their home, averaging 2.6 goals per night. Medina 2.7. Most likely a lower scoring affair. Reed Feiner, the talisman of the offense, takes it up the far side. An early chance for Reed Feiner, but denied by the strong defense of the Battling Bees. And here comes the Medina Hockey Club. Numbers getting forward once again. One of their better chances so far. A chance to do some damage. And in the end, it's going to be an easy poke aside, but still a dangerous ball here. And it's right going to be under the Namers, and there's the clearance. And here comes the offense on the other end. Vic gets it up the floor, or the ice rather. Vic right in front of the crease, poked away. And it goes right back to the boards. Stewart squares it, Batesel. And the Bees will simply just take this one out of their own area, try for the icing. And it's kept alive by Sefcik. So far on the year, the freshman Sefcik, 10 goals, 12 assists. 22 total goal contributions for him. A solid freshman campaign in the green and white of Holy Name High School. Stewart, the sophomore, trying to get past Walters. And that one goes right back to Humphreys. So strong defense so far from both sides. The defense is going to really tell the story of this game. Going back to it, you have two offenses who average less than 3 goals a night. The defense is Holy Name allowing 5.3. Medina averaging 3.7 allowed. A stark difference there. You got to be careful defensively, as this is potentially a game that is 1st to 3. And on the faceoff, Medina will control. Sepchik gets a piece of it. That one wide of Humphreys. And it will fly up forward to Gapey. Gabe's still trying to clear his defensive area. Now Cardenas, one of the two seniors on the roster. The other one, Ben Rose, inactive tonight. Cardenas trying to play some catch up to the puck, able to get it behind his own crease. And he will sky it across the boards. And the Namers can clear their own defensive area. And here comes Josh Sepchik, but poked away in the end. And the Bees will send it right back across the boards. A strong outing so far from the Namers offense. A couple of good opportunities, but they want more shots. Both sides, 3 shots to their names. But still awaiting the opening goal of tonight's potentially low-scoring affair. Schulte on the far side trying to get that one back to the Namers. Instead, it goes to Medina. And here they come, a high pass up the far boards. And a great opportunity presents itself now for the Battling Bees. And in the end, I think this one is going to be an icing as he didn't get to it in time. I like the idea along the boards. You're trying to pick him up in stride, but just too much strength behind it, and it takes it back the other way. That pass intended for Folger, number 98. So far, 1 goal on the year for him. 11:50 left to go in the opening frame. Still no score here on SmeeSports. Face off on the far side, and the Namers will try and get this one on the boards, and they will. The Bees defense too strong once again. So far, 2 icings in tonight's game. Both have been on Medina. And we'll see if that does become a common trend or not, as it looks like it will. As for the 3rd time in the opening 5 minutes, it's going to be an icing. Once again, Holy Name, the team that is more known for icing the puck. Medina, maybe not as much. And as I said in the intro, this Medina team more known for the prior years of this program, going back to it, 4 state titles. 2 times they fell short in the state title game, and then another 3 times they were state semifinalists. So a storied history for the Medina Hockey Club itself. And same with the Namers. Over 20 years of history. The 20th year was actually their first year back after a year hiatus. So in all actuality, this should be season number 21 for the Green and Whites. Medina just trying to defend their own defensive area and now turn it into the counterattack. Here comes Medina, 1 man also forward. The cross just too long, and it will bounce off the boards and right back to Janus. And strong defensive play again by the Namers, puts it on the boards. Greta plays the far side and it's a loose puck. The Namers trying to skate towards this one to take an easy possession. Larissy not getting there in the end, and it's picked up by the Battling Bees. Now 10:50 left to go in the opening frame, and here comes Medina on the counter. Here's their chance. Long shot saved by Humphreys, and it will settle right around the crease and poked away. A strong stop there by Colin Humphreys, the freshman. So far, 15 goals against this year, 89 saves, sitting at an 85.6 save percentage in 13 games. And once again, going back to Colin Burch, one of the main starters for this team. He is not going to be starting tonight. He is being saved with the hopes of starting and finishing tomorrow's game against St. Ed's. And on the other end, Emily Sevchik, the silent assassin, inactive tonight due to illness. So a big loss for the Namers defensively, but it's up to Humphreys, their 3rd-string goalkeeper. And having 4 on the roster, you got to be careful with how many minutes he plays unnecessarily. Batesville got a piece of it, trying to take that one up the other end. Not enough on the end of it, and now he gets it off the boards. Another chance here for the Namers. This one wide right. A strong attack by Batesville, the freshman. A strong year all the way around. 13 goals and 16 assists for him. A true renaissance man for the Namers. Now 5 minutes in, still no score. And the Bees have it taken away from them towards the center. That is Andrioli with the hit. Shane, a sophomore, 22 points on the year, 9 goals, 13 assists. A strong campaign for him thus far. The Namers offense trying to set something up here. Squared for Cardenas. Titan Cardenas, the long shot, it's high and off the backboards. Gabe tries settling with it for the Namers. Now Sepchik into the mix. Loose puck just outside the crease, and Medina will control again. And they have some space in the Namer defense, but Batesville able to box out. Of course, a lot of hockey is composure on the ice and just making sure you're in the right place at the right time. Boxing out more of a basketball trait this time around, used on the ice rink. And the Namers, they will give it their first icing of the night. Clock stops, 9:22 left to go in the opening period. Once again, we're not going to have 17-minute periods like we normally do at the OHSAA level. Only 15 per period as things stand, as this is going to be more of an abbreviated game, a scrimmage, so to speak, for both sides. And the big reason why, not an OHSAA opponent per se for the Namers. And there's the first big hit off the boards. Borawski able to shove a Namer down. Now Batesel on the boards, squares it central, picks up Ries. And Ries drops it just outside his defensive third. The Bees, a long shot blocked by Humphreys. And a nice shot picking it up there by the Namers as that one's thrown out of bounds. But that's what you want to see, help defense. Your goalkeeper can only do so much. He gets the block, lays it off for his defender, and in the end makes something happen. Now still it's Medina possession. Well, that's better than giving them another free shot right in front of the crease. 8:55 on the clock in the opening frame, and here comes the puck drop. And the Bees will control their shot just wide right. The chance on the ricochet is there, and Medina will strike first. That time it was perfect placement, and that time it was Zachary Dobransky, the junior from Brunswick. Goal number 7 on the year for him. And we'll watch this one back on the replay. It was a good initial effort there from Humphreys, but he left that side well exposed on the save. And from there, Medina easily puts that one home. Strong play so far from the battling Bees. They were always in an attacking area. That time they get it done, and they take an early lead on the road here in Parma. The Namers look to swiftly answer. It's Andrioli on the far side, playing it off the boards. Now Sefcik. Once again, it's behind the crease on the far side. Batesel tries to make a play at it for the Namers, and this one sends up the ice. Cardenas, the captain. Tommy Cardenas, one of those key players in the early renditions of this team a few years ago, and he will take it coast to coast. Still Cardenas off the boards, and he will wrap it around looking for an outlet pass. Cardenas lights up, not enough to find anybody. And there is the clearance for the battling Bees. Cardenas unable to get it back into the attacking third in time. A good clearance there from Medina, and their offense can set up deep in their own territory. Now Cardenas, the interception for the Namers on the far side. Plays it right towards the goal and poked away by DeForest. DeForest has to be strong tonight. So far, the shooting, it really has died down for the Namers. The last 4 shots at least have been Medina's. Feiner, far side, right across the face of goal, and there's the equalizer for Holy Name. It's Mikey Larissy putting it away. Not a name usually that we call for scoring, but there it is for the Namers, and we are back even. 7:45 on the clock. And we'll watch this one back. You'll see number 5 right there on your screen. Just kind of hangs in and around the crease. It's Cardenas able to play it right back in front on the ricochet. And right place, right time, Larissy puts it away. And just like that, we have a new game. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Namer cause. 7:45 on the clock in the opening frame, and each side has their opening goal tonight. And I think they're going to give Feiner and Sefcik the assists on that goal. But a new game here for the Namers. Once again at home, they do control the tempo and momentum. But Medina, though, trying to find an answer. And the big thing that they can do tonight to really silence the Namers, not allow any shots. And that's what they were doing so well before that. But in the end, of course, allowing one more shot than they could handle defensively. And it's Holy Name on the board. 7:05 left to go in the opening frame. Once again, a non-OHSAA game. Only 15 minutes per period. The Battling Bees trying to set up their offense again. Good defense by the Namers. Poked away this time by Stewart, the sophomore. And the Bees will control on their side. And a clear lane to take a chance here. Here's the shot. It's high. Maybe deflected before it gets to Humphreys. But a nice strong attempt there for Gracer, who has 13 goal contributions on the year. Stewart up the ice. Just too heavy of a tap, and it's right back to the Namers. It's Batesel on the far flank. He'll try to square it across, but denied at the first time of asking. Loose puck at the top of the final third. And here come the Battling Bees. Only one man to beat. But in the end, it's Sefcik the interception. And it goes right back to the Bees. Medina and Holy Name trading possessions here. Here's the chance, deflected right. And picked up on the far side again for Holy Name. And the play across the boards, it has been ferocious as expected tonight. And this one sprays away from Stewart. Another chance here. Loose puck just in front of the crease. And not enough behind it. That was Nevesa. Or Nevsa, excuse me. This time, across the face of goal and denied by Humphreys. That shot coming in from Walters. Less than 6 minutes now on the clock in the opening frame. Honors even at 1. Another chance for the Battling Bees. This shot saved by Humphreys. Plenty of saves so far for the shot stopper. And that's what you want to see from a player who really needs to step it up next year. You're not necessarily losing any goalkeepers after this campaign, but it's not going to get any easier. That's going to be year number 4 of this new team. And once again, we say new, a year hiatus. That was the big deal, the big talking point. They missed 1 season. They come back, new infrastructure, new everything. That first class that really set the tempo, they are seniors now, and they're going to be gone. So basically, the freshmen at that time, they're seniors next year, and they have to be ready to go. And speaking of ready to go, here's Schultze on the far side for the Namers. Off the boards behind to Yen, can't pick him up in time, and it's played far side by Gape. From what we've heard, Aiden Yen will be on a minutes count tonight. Of course, staying healthy for the OHSAA Tournament is going to be key for the Namers. A lot of tough losses for them this season, but still some positives. 8 wins, the most by a country mile that they've had since the program has come back. You look at last year, 4-21. So already double the wins that they had last season. Progress is being made by these Namers, and that's all you can ask from them. Yen up the ice, trying to pick up a Whitelock. And in the end, it goes right back to the Battling Bees. 4:40 on the clock in the opening period. This one shipped behind the crease. And it's going to roll around and picked up this time by Gape. And here come the Namers. It's Reed Fainer, the center, going up the center of the ice, now on the far flank. Try spraying this one across. Nobody on the end of it. And it will stay on the boards as Gabe will keep it in the attacking area and finally deflect it back for the Battling Bees. A strong attempt by Medina to clear their defensive area for at least the first attempt. And now Fainer takes it right back in. And unable to clear it right now. Gabe fighting for it. Same with Vic that time. And it's picked up in the end. I believe Laracy had the last piece of it for the Namers. In the end, sprays back behind. And Humphreys will settle. And that's the right move from Humphreys there. You settle with it. A long run of play. And right now you're being outshot 10-4. A lot closer than it usually has been this season. But still, that's an easy way to get exhausted early on in this game. If you're too exhausted at this point in the game, you're going to go down big at some points. You have to be careful at every single turn. And on the puck drop, it's picked up by Batesel. Unable to clear his area. Medina got a piece of it, but they will slip in the end. That could have been a prime opportunity for the Battling Bees to get off their 11th shot of the period. Now another chance, this one wide of Humphreys. But still a clear threat here for the Battling Bees. Loose puck picked up by Gape, and the Namers unable to clear their defensive area until now. It's Basel playing it up the ice. And now a wide open chance. Only one man to beat for Medina. Here's the chance, and it's saved by Humphreys. And that time he did a great job sealing off the edge. That's what allowed the opening goal of the game. He is learning on the fly. Now Batesel up the other end. His shot, a small one across the face of goal. And to the boards, Gabe squares it back. Now Cardenas, plenty deep. He will skate inside right by the crease. Cardenas can't force it in. A couple of Namers fighting for it as well. Nobody able to get it across the line. And the Namers will defend the ice. Stewart, upon subbing back in, will pick it up. And here comes the attack again. Relentless thus far. That was Andrioli the last time. Now picked up by Batesel. But this holy name team, a team that we saw earlier on this season in a 9-1 loss to Padua, more ferocious this time out. And I would say a lot better looking all the way around. But here's a chance for Medina skating up the ice. One-on-one chance, but poked away at the end. It's Tommy Cardenas, a big play right across the boards. And the Namers will have a second here to reset. Now back to Medina. Janus, loose puck, and it will go in. It's going to be Janus this time, sneaking it through. And it's Medina back up 2-1. An uncharacteristic mistake there by the Namer defense. Kind of just allowed that one to spray back in, it looks like. We'll see here what actually happens, as that was just an awkward one. It had to deflect off of one of the other Namers. But I think Janus will get credited with the goal in the end. Once again, an unorthodox goal there for the Battling Bees, but they lead it 2-1. And officially, they do give it to Janus. And here comes the attack again for the Battling Bees. On a double team, Janus, he goes down. And a great response by the Namer defense. They had to find something there. Otherwise, Janus was home scot-free for potentially back-to-back goals. But as we reach the quote-unquote 2-minute warning of this opening period, it's Medina up 2-1. Maybe more offense than we expected to see in the opening 15 minutes. And this one just played along the boards. Right in front of us, it's Andrioli picked up again by the Bees. It's Peters. Loose on the boards. Andrioli plays it up the far side. Now Feiner. He goes cross ice. It's Batesel. One-on-one chance. It's Batesel, the freshman. Denied on the far side by DeForest. A strong one-on-one denial by the hockey team's goalie. What a job here by the Battling Bees Hockey Club, whatever you want to call them at this point. Their defense, they have locked in after allowing the opening strike and a chance for the offense to get another. But in the end, put on the ice too quickly there by Peters. That chance going wide, but picked up by Cardenas. And I think for the rest of tonight's game, you're going to see Cardenas kind of seal off that edge. That's what he's done now twice in this opening period, and he'll have to do it more. Humphreys this time getting low, closing the legs, able to deny it. Feiner up the boards, plays it for Andrioli. And this one will go out of the attacking area for Medina. A long shot poked down by Humphreys. And Feiner will take it on the near side. Final 50 seconds of the opening frame, and that one's well out of play. A high flyer on the far side. Not necessarily the safest sport to watch, but still a fun one nonetheless for those just tuning in. Goals for Dobransky and Janus for Medina. And as for Holy Name, it's Mikey Laracy. So 50 seconds left to go here in the opening period. Face off right in front of us. And we have a dangerous guest now coming. And here we are back to the action. Medina trying to control. And it'll go up the far side. Back to Sefcik. And here come the Namers. It's Sefcik trying to do the nutmeg. Unable to get that one to work. And now Tommy Borawski finally joins us. How was ticketing?
It was fun. It was cold.
Always cold at the ice rink here. Glad to have you with us for the remainder of this period, plus the remainder of the match. 30 minutes, not a traditional game tonight, only 15-minute periods. But the Namers down by 1, trying to find an answer after Laracy equaled it up with 7.5 on the clock in the opening period. But so far, Holy Name, more of an attacking presence than we saw last time. But a big mistake here. One-on-one chance for the Bees. At the end of the first period, they will wrap it around, squared across, but way behind.
That's going to kill it for the period.
And that got it even behind the offensive area. If that would have stayed just in front of that blue line, could have been a different story.
Exactly.
A tough way to go out for the Bees, but a strong offense so far. Janus has done his job, but going back to that last goal, I don't know if you saw it. An awkward ricochet. Janus had it maybe right in front of us on the near side. Somehow it went on the far side, I think off of a Namer, but they still give him the goal.
They still gave him the goal because it's based on last touch.
And we're going to see here, I don't think we're going to have a true intermission as this is more of a scrimmage. I think we're going to have one.
No, from what I was told, there's going to be an ice resurface after the second period. So just a brief, 2-minute intermission now. Yeah, not your traditional hockey game where you get a resurface after each period.
What would be a traditional hockey game without something added on? That's
Right?
the fun of it.
That's right.
And speaking of the fun, this Holy Name team, the fun has returned to this group. Justin Sebastian, what a job he has done since taking over at the beginning of December.
It's an amazing turnaround of events. I could see the attitude of the players totally changed. Did a complete 180, 360 from last season. They're having a little more fun. We're starting to see. Yes, they're going to play better teams, and then the unthinkable will happen. But they're still out there having fun. Coach C is doing great with these guys. Kids seem to like him very well.
And talking to Ben Rose before this game started, while he is inactive today, he did say how much the players like playing for Coach Sebastian, and that's what you want to have in your head coach. Of course, he is now head coach number 2 in the new era of the program. And tomorrow you get to see, I would say, maybe the best coach, if not top 5 in Holy Name history, in Sullivan over at Ed's.
Sullivan, yes.
That'll be an interesting matchup tomorrow over at St. Ed's' home ice. But it's all good preparation for the OHSAA Tournament, which you go back to last year. If you make it further, Ed's would have to be on the docket.
You would think so. But time will tell. We shall see.
Ed's, Ignatius, Gilmore, US, Padua, all those teams will be in the mix as we are back to the action for the second period. Both teams flip sides, and we'll see how that goes. And surprisingly, no penalty minutes yet for either team.
That's good. We probably won't see a lot. This just being a shorter version of a game. Granted, anything can happen.
All it takes is one player getting too aggressive in the end, and of course that's going to change.
Then we have another situation. Yeah.
And here comes Sevchik up the near side, trying to get it past the battling Bees, but strong defense there from number 44. That is Greiser, the senior from Brecksville. And of course, this is a Medina team. We're calling them the Battling Bees from the high school, but in the end, this is the club team from Medina. Players from all across the board. Hockey still a growing sport, but not every team having an OHSAA squad, as this one plays in a different conference.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of talking with Coach Rayback, who's one of the coaches of Medina. I knew him from the past, and he said, we still good, we're having fun, and that's what it's all about.
Four state championships would do that back in your day.
That would.
And there's the save on the far side for Colin Humphreys. Humphreys getting a run out tonight. Sevchik inactive due to illness, and Birch being safe for tomorrow afternoon at St. Ed's. But I'll say, new vantage point tonight. Usually we're off in the bleachers, but when people stand in front of the camera, it turns out we can't get past that.
Yeah. We get shoved to the corner, so to speak. Isn't this how we started?
This is. It was 3 cameras stagnant across the way. I have one down there that has seemingly turned off, so I'll have to go get that during the break. But still, it's not a bad vantage point and a great place to see some hockey on a Saturday night. Of course, the 8:45 start time, very characteristic to hockey as a sport. You have all the wacky start times, and there's the goal for Medina. A long shot as well. We'll see who put that one home as they will announce it, but it's the Battling Bees now up by 2.
Well, it's still early in the game. The boys will regroup based on how this team is.
And they're more resilient than before. This team, they can find ways to make something happen out of nothing. And that goal that they scored, they had not taken a shot, I believe, for a good 2-3 minutes at the time. No offense at all. But in the end, they were able to find the back of the net, and that's what matters.
Exactly.
And back to the action we go. Medina once again controlling the puck drop. And here they come on the far side. And another shot nearly going in, instead wide.
I am wide.
And the Bees will reset. Waylock trying to get it back for the Namers. A strong touch on the far side. But back to the boards it goes for number 10. That is most likely going to be Mason. Wozniak and Mason have 9 and 10 on differentiating rosters. One has 9, one has 10 in 2 rosters. Another one's flipped.
And puck went into the bench. Puck will be on the far side.
Already happened a couple of times tonight. I think the puck's going to leave the ice more times than we have players in the box. Not necessarily a bad thing.
It can happen. I mean, fortunately where we are, with the exception of this one hole in the net up here, I think we'll be okay.
We should be. That's the key.
Unless it gets high up.
If that happens, you know what? Kudos to whoever that is.
Yes.
Credit where credit's due at that point. Larissy and the double team trying to clear the area for the Namers. And here they come down by 2. They got to find some answers. It's Cardenas, one of the captains. Now behind Feiner, lays it off. Long shot blocked. Larissy already 1 goal tonight. Only 2 on the year now. So not really a name we call for goal scoring, but doubling your goal tally tonight, not a bad way to kind of lead into the OHSAA tournaments. But still plenty of time for other goal scorers to present themselves, just like Sevchik. He has been an outstanding player for the Namers this year. Cardenas on the boards, gets hung up. Another chance here. Beautiful cut inside. It's Reed Feiner. Now back behind for Gape, and it's taken back by the Bees.
That was a nice little deke there on the right side there.
And you look at Reed Feiner, he has really stepped it up this year for Holy Name. 24 goals. He has to be that main option now.
He's got to be.
And with Ben Rose graduating along with Tommy Cardenas at the end of the season, Rose, his season most likely done, barring a far playoff run for the Namers. It's off to the future, or really somebody who's been around since day 1 of the resets. That's, of course, the interesting notion with it. And then next year, you get Lake Catholic back in the mix as well on the far side. That shot saved by Humphreys. They'll be making their comeback for the first time, I believe, since maybe COVID. It's been a while since Lake Catholic has had a program.
It has been a while. And you and I actually know the chaplain for Lake Catholic, our good previous Holy Name chaplain, Father Josh. Shout out to him. Not sure if he's listening, but hi, Father. And we got an icing call. It's going to go back down to the far side.
I'll say at least for the winter season, Lake Catholic, I think on our page 0-4. So maybe not. We've seen both basketballs twice, and I think they were running clocks in 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Holy Name sadly just had a running clock last week against Gilmore. That was not a pretty sight to say, we'll say.
Not expected. It's just given how good that team is. And once again, that's not even Gilmore's main team.
No.
And that's the impressive thing about it. Loose puck going back into the defensive area for the Namers, trying to reset again. And they will square this one home. Picked up by the Bees. Here they come looking for their 4th goal. And in the end, picked up by Batesel. Scores this one central. Here come the Namers again, looking for another strike. Poked away. This shot saved. A nice play there by DeFort right in front of the boards.
Probably not a good place to put my hot chocolate.
Long shot here, deflected in the middle by Mason. And it's going to be picked up by...
It's going to be sent around.
Medina. Once again, loose on the boards. Batesel trying to pick it up for the Namers. Now it's going to be Greiser for Medina. There's a lot of back and forth, as you would expect. Medina's defense hustling towards the puck every single time. They want to keep it 3-1 as long as they can. They know the moment that Holy Name can score here, the momentum will swing.
And it will. We've seen it happen. Holy Name's been down in games, and then they just come back. They always find that way. They kind of look like in the Cleveland Monsters now that they're having this season.
They become the cardiac Namers this season for sure. You look at a couple of those games, middle of December, the majority of their wins, you have Hudson and Olmsted Falls and Avon Lake back-to-back close games like that.
There's a shot on that.
And DeFord able to calm it down.
Get a little physical there.
And there's another bit there from Mason. Hold on. Are we going to see somebody eventually start a fight here? I think Mason's trying to start one. He's tired of nobody being in the box.
Well, they're not sending anybody to the box, so maybe that's a warm-up. Who knows? Face-off will be just right in front of us.
I didn't really see anything there that would constitute some extra shoving twice.
If anything, they just give him a little 2 minutes for roughing. If anything, that's leniency.
And I think the officials know this is a scrimmage. This is not the state championship game.
No.
Cardenas, loose puck. Sepchik can't get there in time. Janus picks it up, and the Bees denied another chance. Kept in the Namer attacking area. And finally, not clear. They're going to say no in the end.
Oh, and we got an offside
and
call.
there it is. They didn't call it right away. It looked like it cleared the line, but I still like the aggressiveness going right for it. Maybe next time if you're right around that line, hang back a second and then go with them.
Yeah, a little delayed offside.
But looking at the shots on target, 19-12. Medina does have 7 more, but considering what we saw earlier on this season, where Padua outshot Holy Name by 60,
ouch,
a far cry. And here's a chance for Medina on the opposite side. They're shot 20 and 21, both saved by Humphreys. The Bees still not done on this sequence. Another chance. Humphreys into action again. And the Namers are able to clear their area. And they want to turn this into a counterattack. Excellent composure again on the far side. Squared central. It's Laracy. And he will shove this one behind the net. Right idea there for the Namers, but not enough forward.
Well, there's going to be an icing there, and it's coming back.
First icing in a long while on the battling
waved
Bees.
Waved off.
So
Medina got down there.
And a great chance for the Bees to score here, right across the face of goal. And this one is cleared. And it'll go right to DeForest as he will let this one go, and that one's an icing.
That one's an icing.
We haven't seen an icing call from Medina since the opening few minutes. They had 2 to 3 back-to-back. And finally, the offense said, you know what? We're just going to control the tempo of the game. We're going to keep it on the Namer side. And haven't had really anything like that. That could have been catastrophic, though. You have to play until the whistle blows if you are Holy Name. That time, they kind of just took that one for granted.
Yeah, and every time Medina gets the puck, they keep it in our zone and manage. They've only scored 3.
And it's impressive.
But we have some good goaltending down there.
And once again, this is Holy Name's 3rd. So we'll see what they can do, or if this game was played with Sepchik or Birch. But obviously right now that's not possible. But a good chance for Humphreys to show what he can do. Now Andrew Lee takes it coast to coast.
Oh.
Can't play it home. Excellent shade there. I believe that was number 19, Nemsa. Or
91.
For Holy Name, that was Andrew Lee. I think that was Nemsa, the defense, kind of just shading there. Easily, you go across the face of goal, poke it, whatever side that was where he was going. I think that'd be his left. Just shade it perfectly. And here come the Bees trying to take another goal off the Namers. And they will roll it around the back of the net. Now a deep shot, going to be wide. And off the boards it goes. Medina will reset. The Namer defense, they have been very hungry and ferocious along those boards. You got to find a clearance here. That was what killed you against Padua, especially early when you had momentum. They will kill it, and here comes the offense again. It's going to be Batesel. Nobody home. Larry see the closest neighbor with 2 to 3 battling bees right there to defend it. On those counterattacks, you have to be on the same page. Feiner plays it up the ice, trying to pick up Sepchik. Now off the boards. And they will get this one towards the boards on the far side. Larry gets a piece of it. Feiner not a strong enough attempt on the puck. And it goes back to Cardenas. Now Sepchik, near side, squares it across the face of goal. Nobody home, back post.
No, would be nice to have somebody in the back end.
Another chance here. This one head on.
A little high.
DeFore, right place, right time if he needed to be called upon. The Namers trying to keep this attack going, but they will have to reset.
That would not be an icing, not deep enough.
Medina, though, they needed that clearance.
They did. They got a reset.
And during the line change, the Namers take advantage of it. Here's the chance, and it's denied. Feiner ran into a brick wall right there. Excellent defense by Penka. And the Bees are able to clear it away.
That's an icing.
But I'm really surprised to see them do that line change when they did. The puck at center ice, you're putting yourself at that big disadvantage, which nearly did cost them.
It's a big risk because then they gave the Namers and they took advantage of that. But somehow Medina was able to regroup very fast and help deflect that away.
And that might be a drill at practice where, hey, it's fire drill. 2 on, 2 off. You got to do it quickly.
You got to be quick on the line changes.
6:43 left to go in the second period. Holy Name down by 2. But we have seen the puck quite a lot in their attacking area this period. I would say, stark contrast to the last. And here come the Bees looking for more right across the face of goal. Not going to get a shot off. And here come the Namers again. They just got to get numbers forward. And this is a great chance. Gabe boxed off. And Andreolia will take it off the boards. And he gets shoved right in front of us. And to your point, that's why the back of the rifle case that we used to stream out of is not against the boards.
Uh-huh. You would have lost that camera.
Our camera's far enough back for a good reason. Always have to be careful with hockey. Greiser on the far side plays it up the boards. Dobransky, he had the opening goal early on in this one. And he will play it across the boards to the far side. And Andrew will take it back for Holy Name as he will just play this one up the boards. A quick change picked up. It's Folger. And Medina. He'll have this one spray right back, and it's going to go way across the boards. So 5:40 left to go here in the seconds. Greiser again. Now far side. Long shot denied by Humphreys.
A little stoppage there. Yeah, shots. Medina's out shooting them now 24-12 for the game.
And once again, that shooting run, it's key. A lot of that has to fall on Humphreys to save. And then he has to tell his offensive players, especially the center, hey, I need you to create something.
He needs the assistance. You got to score more scoring chances for us down here. You got to create those.
And it's not like they haven't had the breakaway chances. It's when one guy gets up the ice, nobody else is there.
Right. You got to have guys on either side of you.
And I think going back to basketball, we saw that a lot last night with some turnovers. Just nobody home to help. This time there is some help. Sevchik, a heavy touch with the puck. And now numbers getting forward. It's Larissy right in front of the crease. A little fighting for Medina. There is the back check. There's some ice flying. And this is what hockey's all about. Another chance here. Feiner couldn't get his stick around to it. And here come the battling Bees up the center of the ice. Hungry for their 4th goal of the night. And Humphreys will fall on that one and stop the game. 4:50 left to go here in the second. And during this break, looking ahead to next week, our first broadcast of next week currently is TBD. Option 1, Alliance Burlington girls basketball at 6. Option 2, Strongsville Buckeye boys basketball at 7:30.
Sound like 2 good games there.
I don't think you could get more polar opposite than that, though.
No.
Rivalry game, non-conference game. Boys basketball, girls basketball. Start time is completely different. We'll see what ends up happening there. But Tuesday, there's going to be a change. Currently, we have Minerva Canton South on file. It's changing to Marlington Carrollton boys basketball at 6:45. We haven't seen the Dukes boys basketball team we were supposed to this season. We have to get them at least one game, and that is why we are changing it also. We can see Coach Ackerman and Carrollton in action again. Looking forward to that game on Tuesday nights. And here come the Namers once again. A fast break for Andrioli, but no help. It's just Batesel, and 2 or 3 Bs right there if he would have passed it. And I feel like that's kind of what the Namers have done today. They're creating offensive opportunities, just not enough to create an actual chance. That'll hurt them as the game goes on. That shot is in!
Go found the top shelf.
A beautiful strike from long range, and the Bees are up by 3. Make it 4-1 Medina. And they have really taken over offensively. Once again, it goes down to opportunities versus actual chances. And that's what's killed the Namers so far. Medina, when they create chances, it is suffocating. Only so much that Humphreys can actually do. And that goal is going to go to Pineka, the senior from Medina, one of the actual battling Bees on the roster. His 6th goal of the season, goal contribution number 13 overall. And here we are back to the action. Medina controlling the puck drop, wanting more. This chance is in as well. Back-to-back strikes for the battling Bees. With nearly no time running off the clock.
Less than 10 seconds between goals.
And that was just a mistake there from Humphreys.
Yeah.
So you go from 15 seconds ago, okay, 2-goal game. We have a chance to, down by 4. You can't revert back to quote-unquote old tendencies.
No, you can't. And it's when you're down by this many goals, it is somewhat hard to get back.
And if you're Medina, you just have to play this one smart.
Yeah, you don't want to create any stupid mistakes out there. You want to keep the same momentum you have.
And looking at
And
Holy Name at home,
that's what they're doing now.
And the Namers at home this year, 6-10. They played plenty of home games, whether it be tournament games or whatnot. But they know how to win at home better than on the road. And as for Medina, they're 3-0 at home. They haven't really played any home games, but 2-13 on the road.
Ooh.
Obviously, in hockey, when you play on a club level, home arena only impacted so much. And
that's
there's
a
a
goal.
rare
That's
opposite deflection goal.
Nice little bouncer.
The anti-deflection. It was off the Namers, then on Medina, and somehow in.
They'll take it. The Namers will take it. 56 is going to get the credit for the goal.
So that'll be Stewart's. A jammy goal, his 2nd of the season. So the goal scorer so far for Holy Name had a combined 2 goals entering play tonight. So some new life for Holy Name. We'll see if they even found out who scored that one or not. So 3 goals combined in the span of 30 seconds. And there it is officially given to Stewart's. The Bees, though, trying to find another one to answer.
They're going to try to get that back, but maybe that's the energy the Namers needed, you know?
They've been down before.
They've been down before. We've seen them come back before.
It's nothing new for them. No. Able to clear the area. Now Larissy too far out in front. Tries to poke it forward. Feiner comes back to it. Able to control the puck for Holy Name. Down by 3. It's go time once again. Feiner lays it off. Nobody home. Strong defense again by the battling Bees. That time around, it is Nevsa. Once again, a foreign exchange student from the Czech Republic. Hockey definitely more known as a global sport.
It is. I was just watching the Philadelphia Flyers have 3 players going to the representing the over in the Olympics.
It's really impressive just to see how nationwide and really globally that sport is respected. That's one rolls behind the crease. The Namers trying to get a free chance out of it. Sepchik picks it from behind, trying to square it back. Off the boards it goes. Larissy the closest. Now a chance here for Vic to get it. And Medina able to clear the area nearly. Now Cardenas near side, too far in front of Gabe. And Medina, they will try and once again use the boards. This time it's good. And this time around, it is an icing.
Going back to the Olympics, like it brings me back. Seeing the Winter Olympics now over in Italy, it brings back to the great year of 1980. We all know what happened in the U.S. You know, the great miracle, February 22nd, 1980. Is it really that long ago? We saw a team full of college kids from Minnesota and Boston trying to get together. And Herb Brooks just pulled it off.
Really impressive. It's just one of those things that you always go back to, whether it be you're a hockey fan or not.
I mean, great quotes in that movie that were actually stated by Brooks that hockey players and coaches use to this very day.
And of course, the infamous "Do you believe in miracles?"
Yes, the final second count. by the great Bob. I believe it was Bob Costas, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Al Michaels, I think.
Al Michaels, thank you.
Only reason why we
Showing
had to
my
watch
age.
it for a broadcasting/journalism class this year.
Yeah, thank you.
But on the ice, it goes right back down here.
Plus, it shows my age.
A minute 53 on the clock in period 2. Holy Name trying to find another. It's Feiner's shot. This time the ricochet is dealt with. Andrew really able to pick this one up behind the crease. Squares it back. And a heavy slam off the boards. Once again, this is why hockey is not the best spectator sport if you're up against the boards.
And there goes a stick flying in the air.
Little yard sale. More of a lacrosse term, but still applicable. Lacrosse season definitely should be fun across the board. Not too many games here on SmeeSports, but of course over on Flow, we will have plenty of coverage of Mount Union men's and women's lacrosse.
Gonna have to come down and check some of those games out.
Defending conference champion women's lacrosse, of course.
Of course.
And as well, shout out to Katie Clark winning the, I believe, Collegiate Woman Athlete of the Year from the Greater Cleveland Sports Awards on Thursday. Here comes Feiner, and there's the foul.
A delayed offside there.
And a tough one as well. Those two offsides really killing momentum. Those could have been great chances. And all it takes is better timing.
It is, and that's what it was right there. It was just a small case of timing. Bad timing.
Not perfect timing to go with Shador Sanders.
Well played, sir.
You always have to bring it back somehow. There's always a reference in there.
There is.
And on the puck drop, the Namers try to control. A minute 19 left to go in the second period. And we will have a break in between the second and third period to clean the ice. And these players, they will need it nearly playing for 30 minutes without a really true break.
Well, this will be a much-needed break for both teams. You know, they've been skating. They've been playing 30 hard minutes.
And they just want to kind of reset, especially Holy Name down by 3. Down but not out. And misplayed by the Bees. A chance for Holy Name to get back within 2. It's Batesel squaring it. It's Andrioli, or rather Sepchik.
Nice
and
backhand.
Sepchik gets saved.
Nice backhand. But right to DeForest, who was waiting for him.
That was the best teamwork that we've seen today from the Namers. The crispest pass, right place right there for Sepchik. Just couldn't play it in. And 47 seconds left to go in the period. Is it enough time to really set up your attack here if this one goes out of your offensive area? I'll rephrase, a more convincing attack.
Namers need to play like it's the third period. Just keep the puck down the zone, pretend it's a 6-on-5. But obviously they're not going to do that in the second period.
Sepchik, that one's in!
A nice side goal.
Somehow it finds the back of the net. Josh Sepchik, unaware of angles. It's back to a 2-goal game.
Great side shot.
Goal number 11 on the year for Sepchik. And just like that, it's 5-3. Maybe they heard you. Play like the third period.
Play like the third period. That's what you got to do.
And here it is on the replay, just perfectly poked in. So definitely a good matchup down the stretch. And still time for Medina if they want to answer here. If not, Holy Name, they have another chance here. It's Batesel getting it clear on the puck drop. And this one will fly out of play. 31.4. This Holy Name team, they're looking rejuvenized.
Yeah, you got to play this like it's your first game. Play it like it's your last game. Play like it's your only game, you know?
Still plenty of time as well.
This is the energy they needed. This is the fuel that's going to carry them to the third period. I mean, with 31 seconds, still plenty of time.
Can they find their fourth here in the second period? Medina trying to clear it off the boards. A clearance most likely does bring us to the end of the period. And there it is. Now Medina, they want to build an attack of their own. A chance to make it a 3-goal game once again. And this one will spray behind. Humphreys really settling in nicely down the stretch in this period. Final 10 seconds of the second. Holy Name down by 2. Here's their chance. And it's poked away. Cardenas right there for HN. And that'll do it for the second period. Medina clears it up the ice. And there's the buzzer.
Yeah, I think they need to let that buzzer ring a little longer.
Kind of just a And there it is. So 15 seconds put back on the clock. Both teams will head off to their locker room. So we will step aside. Our one and only intermission of the night. It is Medina up 5-3 on Holy Name as you are watching OHSAA Hockey presented by Seidel's Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to all of our advertisers, along with the Holy Name Athletic Boosters, for making tonight's telecast possible. Through 2 periods, 5-3 your score, Medina on top of Holy Name, as you are watching OHSAA Hockey, presented by Seidel's Barbershop. Once again, I am Nathan Smee, alongside me, Tommy Borawski. Here we go. Back to, I would say, normal hockey, so to speak. From here on out, it should be just business as usual because, well, we're at the point where this is a legitimate time with legitimate rules put in place, i.e. the break just before.
Exactly. Both teams needed this break. Holy Name ending the second period on a strong point, scoring 2 goals, probably in the last minute or few minutes of the period. Feed off that energy. Here we go.
You have to find a way here, down by 2. I assume, considering the fact that they wanted us off the ice by 10, if it's tied after 45, we're not going to go to OT.
Yeah, I don't think so. They did put 15 back up on the clock.
We'll see what ends up happening, though, in the end. So plenty of exciting hockey left to go, but I would say if Medina finds another goal, this one most likely is over. Still plenty of time, but Holy Name has to get the next goal.
Knowing the great city of Parma, they'll let us stay past 10.
They have to at this point.
Exactly.
You can't shut down these two teams. Combined 8 goals so far, and potentially a 9th. Sepchik right in front of the goal. It's not going to fall. And Holy Name will have to try it again. Just right there in the skirmish. Can't force it across the line. And Medina comes up lucky with a massive stop. And there's Cardenas playing it forward. Tommy Cardenas, more of a wing for the Namers. Now having to drop back as more of a defenseman. Of course, losing Joey Weiland after last season was a massive loss. He is on to bigger and better things, but he was the heart of your defense and was supposed to be for this year and next year.
Exactly.
And of course, beginning of last year, you lost Triscari and then Andrew Norris as well. A lot of your key pieces early on gone. Cardenas, he has been, along with Feiner, the 2 guys that have pretty much been here since day one, along with Emily Sepchik, of course, who is not here tonight, but still, those 3, that's the core that was here it'll be 3 years ago very soon, but 2 seasons ago at this point. Crazy to think that they're already in season 3 of the resets.
Yeah, Sepchik had a rough last couple of games, and so she needs to rest up and prepare for the next game, whenever that may be.
Tomorrow night, it's going to be Birch going up against Eds, which is going to be a good game for Holy Name to really see where they're at against good OHSAA teams, as this one is across the boards. Goalkeeping is a big thing to look at in hockey, as both Birch and Sepchik, 95+% save rates. And a lot of that is volume play. And this one's up the ice, and it's going to be an icing.
That's coming back.
A little lighter, it goes right to Cardenas, and then from there, when in Rome.
When in Rome.
Realistically, you want to get the first goal of the period if you're Holy Name 8 minutes or more on the clock.
Yeah, it's very hard to come back when you go down 1-2 goals. And like you said before, those 8 minutes.
You can't leave this to the final 2 minutes of the game down by 2. At that point, you're just chucking up shots, grasping at straws. It's not going to end well. And both sides understand that. Andrew really let that one go up the ice. Now back to Medina. The B is getting numbers forward. A high tip, and it's out of play. And if you're Medina right now, you just commit pretty much every single one of your resources to defense. When you can counter, you counter. But I'd be surprised to really see them come back to the aggression of the opening period. Unless they're that confident with their ability to get back in transition. Maybe then you do, but I think right now, you're on your way to a win. Keep it that way.
And that's what Medina's going to do. They're going to keep that.
And still plenty of time, though, for Holy Name. That's the key. You got to watch the clock. I assume once 10 o'clock hits, it's not going to be like Y2K where everything just turns off and it's over.
Unless you have glow-in-the-dark lines and pucks out there.
That could be fun. Dangerous, but fun.
Dangerous, but fun. We'd be in trouble, my friend.
Not us personally.
Well, you never know in hockey.
You never know. That's very true. This one's sent behind the back line, and the Namers will take it from there. 12-12 on the clock in regulation. Sepchik up the boards, picks up Laracy, and taken right back by the Beast. Stewart there to poke it away, and they will go right back to the boards. A lot of aggression so far on both sides, but no penalty minutes yet. And we'll see if we have a quote-unquote clean game of hockey or not.
Oh,
And that one is
similar to the Holy Name goal. Far side shot by Greta.
I wasn't confident that one went in.
It looked like it hit the side of the net, but it squeezed between the.
To watch it back on the phone replay. Either way, 6-3 Medina. I am impressed that went in.
I am very surprised that went in.
I mean, as you saw by my reaction, I didn't even think that one had a chance.
Did the net lift up?
I think it ricocheted off of somebody right before it got to Humphreys. And that's what happened in the end. So 6-3, puck drops. Medina up by 3. It's about done. A chance for another one for the Battling Bees to go up by 4. And there's the defense back right in time for the Namers. You have to find an answer quickly if you're HN. And here comes Cardenas up the center of the ice. Cardenas swiping inside, loses the puck before he can shoot. Just did too much with it, had to lay it off first. Another chance here, poked inside, nearly going behind the goalkeeper DeForest, but in the end, stays in front and goes right across the face of goal. But strong attacking again from the Namers. Just can't find that pivotal shot. And in the shot category, only being outshot 27-17. So a big positive that way. Fainer trying to catch up to that one along the boards, and in the end, Medina will keep it. And going back to it, a very, very high-scoring game, given that they combine for usually 5 or 6 goals a game. At 9 right now, impressive, and Humphreys nearly put that one in his own nets.
Yeah, they set the puck down, and it bounced off the boards, and it's coming back on an angle to Humphreys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there have been a couple of those big mistakes so far today that have killed Holy Name.
Those are mistakes you don't want to do.
And when you watch it back in the end, you want to look at that box score to see where it went wrong. You're not going to get that answer necessarily from that box score, but you go back to the full film, you're going to see a couple of those goals go in, and you're going to say, you know what, we had him there. And here comes Batesel, potentially a one-on-one chance for the freshman. His shot is saved. DeForest, an excellent stop, still there in the area. Ainge really trying to pick it up again on the far boards, right in front of the face of goal. It's Cardenas, and it's denied. DeForest, an excellent stop yet again, and the Bees will clear their defensive area.
Great opportunities down there. They're getting the shots off. That's what they need.
And here comes the offense, a chance for another goal, and it's a missile over the bar. Medina right back in the thick of it offensively. They're not done yet. 10-15 left to play in regulation, and it's Batesel again in transition, but loses it behind, and he will have to slow things down a little bit. Andreoli back to Batesel. And this one will flame back towards the center, unattended puck, and Medina is off to the races, but nobody else there to help the offense. The right idea there, plenty of hustle coming from Josh Peters, the senior from Indy, but just like Holy Name, one guy's ahead of everybody else, and nobody is there to really supply some cover.
No, there's no backup.
But Medina's offense, I would say at least as of right now, they've done enough. But they're not done according to their watch. So 10 minutes left to go. Dobransky on the far side trying to pick it up and picked away by Fainer. And taken down by Cardenas. Here come the Namers on the far side, and they will let this one ride the boards, and it's going to be another icing. At one point, do you start to make some deeper substitutions? Keep in mind, tomorrow you have St. Ed's.
Yeah, if anything you want to do, and given the score, the current status of the game, you probably want to wait mid-game because you don't want to tire those guys out too. But who's been out there the longest? Who's got the most ice time?
And those are key stats to look at. Fainer lays it off to his right, trying to pick up Vic on the boards. And Vic, he will run into a brick wall of one of the Battling Bees defensemen. Holy Name just being stopped at every turn in this third period. Trying to change that here. DeForest kicks it away. Another chance behind the crease, trying to wrap it around. And that puck will die again on the boards. Nearly skating on behind the Bees. Favorable numbers, able to clear it. And the Namers will control again. But yet another offensive opportunity going to waste. They just can't find a way to really shake off the defenders. And a chance for this offense to get right back to it. They take the long shot, and it nearly bounces in. Humphreys lets it go behind, and it's off the boards, and the Namers, they will go on the left flank with Laracy, and he loses it. It's a yard sail into the boards, and Humphreys, he has to poke it behind. The Namers nearly a chance to set up some transition offense, but a wardrobe malfunction denies them. And it's still a chance for the Bees, and this one is picked up by Humphreys. Doing his best first baseman impression. If you'd have scored there, that would have been the worst possible way to give up a goal.
That would have been a very bad goal.
It's unfortunate. I think on that far side, right where the Zamboni enters, that door kind of, I don't want to say it's propped, but you could see a bigger groove than the other doors. And I think it got stuck. He didn't account for it. And in the end, that nearly cost the Namers another goal. And here comes Cardenas on the far side, shoved into the boards, but stays with it. Excellent composure by the captain, squared across the face of goal, and it's in. The Namers are back within 2. Once again, there's a reason why Tommy Cardenas is the captain.
Exactly. We got to see the play on that.
That was all Tommy Cardenas. Obviously, somebody else put it away, but you got to give 11 his flowers.
You got to.
Such a great player. Really somebody who stepped up when the Namers needed him. And it's going to be Batesel, the freshman, who scores.
Well, they got that goal back with 8:04 to go here in regulation. Let's feed off that now.
And Tommy Cardenas, beyond being a good hockey player, a class act as a human.
Oh, exactly.
And in your time at Holy Name and in my time as well, in knowing him at the capacity we did, you just know the kind of person he is. And a chance for Medina to immediately respond. Humphreys the save. And Medina, they will reset. It's off one of their players' legs there. That was number 25, Janus, with the deflection. And that really helps out the Namers. And this one will bring it right back down here as that's the icing. But otherwise, that was perfectly squared again. This Medina team, if they can put the pieces together, obviously they can't play OHSAA, but next year, you bring back some key pieces, this could be a team that does compete in their conference.
And I'm excited for Holy Name, not just for the remainder of the season. I mean, you got St. Ed's tomorrow, and then you got playoffs. But looking forward to next season, you're going to have a great team next year.
And it depends what kind of teams you play.
All underclass. I believe it's majority sophomores.
I think it will be once again the same way.
Year.
And this man, Fainer, he'll lead the way as well.
And with Coach Justin at the helm, I think they're going to do great things.
And I agree.
From what I heard from the guys, he's a great coach to work with. A fellow Namer alum as well.
And that's the big thing there. And I think based on his alum status, would he have played for Sullivan?
That's a good question. I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% certain.
Of course, he is the big name, and now being at St. Ed's, he's built a great program over there.
Yes. Behind the legendary Bob Whitten and his son. For those that don't know, Bob Whitten is a legend in the Cleveland hockey world. Played for the old Cleveland Barons, Crusaders.
Extra history in there.
Yeah, there you go.
And here we are back to the action. Cardenas will control for the Namers. He takes the long shot. Nearly there, but excellent defense from the Forest. Squared across the face of goal again. Stewart picks it up on the far side. And Medina able to control it along the boards. And it's out of play. And I think that'll keep it down there because it did not get out of the defensive area.
It did not actually went under the bench, but it was deflective inside the zone down there. So it's going to stay down there.
And that's big. A little bit more forward. Could be on this side.
Be on this side. Just under 7 to go. You still got plenty of time. You know, plenty of time to score 2 goals. Hey, we saw what happened at the end of the second. We could do it. They could do it.
And I think a lot of this is going to rely on Tommy Cardenas running this offense. He's a key guy to look at, of course. The Bees able to come up lucky with the stop, but here's Cardenas right to the rescue. I want to see a heat map for him tonight. He has been everywhere on the ice pretty much equally. And there he is again. So many different roles for Tommy Cardenas. He has been such a fun player to watch these last 3 years. And a chance to show off his defensive ability as he gets the first stop. That shot well high.
We got an offside.
And we have some fans behind the boards. I think they're starting to learn that hockey against the boards is not too fun.
Yeah, that's why you never set your drinks on the edges.
Or cameras.
Or cameras. I wouldn't know. Drinks, yes.
Well, if it bends a little bit, vibration, I think that should be self-explanatory.
And the hard checks.
And the hard checks,
hardness
too.
of the checks.
Here comes Vic up the center of the ice for the Namers, trying to win it back from behind. Out to Fainer. Fainer's shot is over the bar. Another good opportunity for this Holy Name offense to get another shot on target. But they will have to try and get it back in the area. They do. It's going to be Vic again, as there's a couple of players just kind of fall on their own. And here come the Bees in transition, trying to get the icing on the cake here. Cardenas right back there to help out the defense. Same with Feiner. Feiner clears, and Vic not able to get there in time, as that will go behind for an icing.
On the plus side, I mean, the goalie could have played the puck, and we could keep playing. But you know what? When they have these icings, it allows the clock to stop. It allows everybody to catch a breath, regroup. Granted, it's only for a few seconds.
And speaking of regrouping, Tommy Cardenas has just subbed out. So a line change for the Namers. Yes, it's crazy to think 2 years ago a line change didn't exist for them. The girls basketball team ran hockey rotations. They ran basketball rotations. Really impressive that they won that first scrimmage here against Whitmer. All those years ago at this point. Here they come again. Vic in the center trying to play this one forward. A heavy collision. One-on-one chance yet again. And they score! It's a new game here. 5:25 on the clock in regulation. Make it 6-5. Hold on a minute.
They're carrying that momentum. They're carrying it. They fed up. I keep saying that. They fed off the second.
And we'll see who put that one away. It's either Batesel or Stewart.
Hard to tell from this angle.
I think that's Stewart. Yep, that's a 6. That's 56. That would be, once again, Jackson Stewart.
We should look at cameras for above the net.
We should look at Brooklyn. Brooklyn, anywhere that has that above vantage point. But still, we make do here. 5:25 on the clock. And there it is. It's going to be Stewart's goal. So Medina has the pressure right back on them. And here they come trying to attack. And Stewart will control it. 2 goals so far today for him. And in a game that we expected not too many goals, we have seen 11 in 40 minutes. This one played off the ice, and it should be an icing. And Medina is content with that.
4:51 to go here in regulation. 1-goal game.
And the comfort that Medina had at the beginning of this period is all gone.
I think they got too comfortable, I think is what's happening. You know, yeah, they might have been passing well. They weren't getting many shots off this period so far. I think they probably have maybe 4.
Not too many.
No, maybe, yeah. The neighbors are getting a lot of shots off.
Plenty of shots all the way around, and that's the key. A chance here for Medina. Loose puck, and it's picked up by Batesel. Batesel was pushed from behind.
That's a hit from behind.
And now Humphreys, he's being taken off the ice. Here's a chance here. It's Cardenas on the far side. Goalie out of net here for the Namers. They want to get everybody forward.
And there's the call.
I like it. It's going to die right there. You take your goalie off for a second, and you get numbers.
He's going to get 2 for slashing. The ref just made the call.
So the first power play of the game comes with 4:29 on the clock.
Not sure if this is the right time to take a penalty, but the neighbors could use this as fire, you know.
So he comes back in, 2:29 on the clock. There you have it, nicely on a scorebook, a little penalty addition.
Nicely done.
To the great people over at Uno Scoreboard. Back to the action. Holy Name, their first power play. Overall, the first power play of the game. Sepchik on the boards. Takes the shot. Deflected. Another chance for the Namers. Now central. Feiner losing it underneath his skates. Trying to find some space. And the Namers will have to vacate the offensive area as Cardenas will settle with it. It's Tommy Cardenas. Once again for the Namers. One of their catalysts. And he will arc around and set up the offense. Now far side, picks up Sepchik. Long shot across the face of goal, not there. Picked up by Feiner. Another chance. Now played behind. Cardenas squares it. The chance for Feiner. Saved again by DeForest. Sepchik's chance pushed wide. And Feiner will try to pick up the pieces one more time. He will. One more chance for the Namers. And this one has the potential to get out of the defensive area for the Bees, and they will get it out. A massive stop there for Medina. And a chance to run their offense here. Right behind the crease. Cardenas right there to help defend. Loose puck right in front of the crease. And it's played away. The Bees staying back on defense.
The Medina player got crossed up a little bit there. give the Namers a chance to break out a little bit.
Batesel lets that one fly across the boards. Andrioli played on back. 3:13 on the clock in regulation. 40 seconds left to go in the penalty. And that's the key right now. You got to score here if you're Holy Name. Andrioli picks it up on the far side and sprayed right back. Not going to be nice as it's too far forward. And Humphreys lays it behind, or rather in front for Cardenas. Now 25 seconds left to go on that power play. Picked up in the center. Vic tries going backward, and now it's scooped up. Batesel off the boards. Nobody home. Feiner the closest to potentially make a play on it. And he will just get ready to reciprocate. Now Vic again. Played behind Cardenas. It's time at Cardenas for the Namers. The long shot tips high, and it will fall. The whistle blows as it's out of play. 3 seconds on the power play, and it looks like the Bees will be able to clear it.
Either team can still utilize a timeout. We're getting to that part of the game where you can. You got a 1-goal game.
Will we have a tie?
That'd be interesting to see.
I think at this point, if we do have a tie game at this point, let them play. Golden goal. I'd love to see overtime if we get there. But first, Holy Name would have to score. Power play is done. Feiner trying to win it back across the boards. 2:20 left to play in regulation. Breakaway chance. One-on-one. Medina trying to steal it here.
He lost the puck.
And Humphreys
hold on to the puck.
excellent composure. Off the side of the post. Not going to be there. Cardenas, he gets smacked down. And this one will be shot towards Humphreys wide right. And Gabe will play it along the boards. Medina nearly ending the game right there. Feiner, he trips on the center of the ice. Played towards the center. The Bees, once again, they find some space. Feiner's defense, too much to overcome for the time being as we are in the final 2 minutes of regulation. Make sure you do stick with us after we go final as we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. That shot off the face of Vic.
He's down.
And that's a tough one right there. A line drive right at his face. Under that helmet. And we will step aside as he gets some attention. 1:39 on the clock. Medina up by 1.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
$1:39 on the clock in regulation. 6-5, Medina up by 1. Vic able to get off of the ice on his own power. A scary play there. Once again, Humphreys tried just clearing that one. Friendly fire.
Yep, we can only hope and pray. Well, we know he'll be fine. We got great. Holy Name's got great trainers here.
And back to the action we go. Humphreys lets it fly just right on his own post. Nearly another big miscue for the Namers. And here comes Batesel, a chance to set up the offense. Here comes Andrioli on the far side. He will lose the puck as it's excellent defense again by the battling Bees. That's Peters, the senior from Indy. Right now it's just keep away. They will ice as much as they want to. And Humphreys, he will see it behind. Clock stops, 1:14 to go. And it goes back to the far side. And once again, they're going to call him off the ice.
6 attacker in. There we go.
I don't hate it.
But it could also be a scary point in hockey games. You got to keep the puck down there and score. Well, looks like we're going to have a timeout call, most likely by Holy Name.
A big time to talk about it. Before we get back to the action, the games that we do know that are happening starting on Tuesday, it is going to be Marlington-Carrollton boys basketball, 6:45 tip over at Marlington High School. Wednesday night, it is going to be Marlington versus Canton South girls basketball at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Some more wrestling starting at 6. It is Alliance and Minerva. On Friday, folks up in the Cleveland area can watch Holy Name and Padua boys basketball at 7. Those in Stark County can watch maybe the game of the night in Ohio. 17-2 Alliance, 17-2 Canfield. That's where I will be along with the Stark County part of SmeeSports at 7 p.m. as well. Then rounding out the week next Saturday. If one great game for the Aviators wasn't enough, we have 2. The EBC Championship game, 6 p.m., Alliance West Branch.
Those are going to be some great games. Looking forward to listening to those games, listening and watching those games.
Back end of the week's going to be key, and I think barring any added games, which we might have one that following week, that does it for winter, barring playoffs as well.
Let's start thinking spring, my friend.
My schedule's been built for months, except for Alliance. Shout out Coach Graffis for finally putting in a schedule.
There you go.
Only took months of pestering. But here we are back to the action. That shot nearly going in, but just wide. And Holy Name will try it again. The long shot also not there. As you said, just keep it on this side in the attacking third. That's your path to tie it up here.
1 minute to go.
And Medina, they're fine with keeping this one on the boards as long as they can. Feiner shot, it goes behind. And now it's Cardenas. Tommy Cardenas, the catalyst of this team. A chance here to be the hero again. You go back to that game against U.S., the first regular season game here a few years ago. He was the one who scored the opening goal, giving Holy Name a brief 1-0 lead on U.S. And now it's time to play some defense. Cardenas trying to keep this one on the boards. Medina trying to find the winning goal officially. Loose puck again, sprays up into Holy Name's attacking area.
30 seconds.
And this
That's
one will be an icing. And the clock stops, 26.3 remaining. It's go time.
It is go time.
For a scrimmage, this has become very, very stressful for Namer Nation.
But at the same time, coming back to within 1, this is actually a great game.
And against a good team in Medina.
A great.
All pressure on the Namers here. A chance to tie it up again. Loose puck sprays up the ice.
It's not going to be deep enough for icing, so they got to play it.
Cardenas, he will do so.
With
15 seconds on the clock. Bouncing up the ice. Back to Medina. They take the long shot for the win, and they got it. Medina is going to walk out of here with the win. The long shot will seal it. 7-5 your score.
And that's the dangerous part we warned about. You got to keep the puck down, especially when you got a 6 attacker.
I mean, Tommy Cardenas and company, they gave it their all tonight, but in the end, that long shot.
That long shot was the seal of the deal.
So 7-5. Humphreys is back in. Holy Name going to try to find some miracle here. 11.4 on the clock. It would have to be a long shot, but Medina, they're going to win. They're going to improve to 11-16-1 on the year. Holy Name falls to 8-21-1. And Humphreys is going to seal this one here with the catch. Your final score tonight at Michael A. Ries Ice Arena. Medina 7, Holy Name 5. A valiant comeback effort, but in the end, just a little bit too late. And of course, that long shot with 15 seconds on the clock, too much to overcome. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville as you are watching OHSAA Hockey on SmeeSports presented by Seidel's Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Welcome back to Michael A. Ries Ice Arena. Your final score tonight, 7-5. Medina takes down the Holy Name Green Wave. Once again, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me tonight, Tommy Borawski, your player of the game, presented by CrossFit Strongsville. Nolan DeForest, the starting goalkeeper for Medina. He did allow the 5 goals, but you look at his defense, especially on the power play, and then with the man up offensively, he stood tall as a brick wall. Without him, this could have been a tie game or a loss for Medina.
He had the defense in front of him. You know, he gave off great defense, blocking some great shots. But, you know, having the defense in front, like you said, in front with that power play, you know, got to give it to him.
All the way around, he had a strong performance tonight. And same with Holy Name. This wasn't a bad game for them. To see them now compared to what they were back in November, a drastically improved group.
Yeah, it's a big 180, you know. You have the coaching changes. You had some roster moves, get the team to work together. And they had a great season. They're having a good season. Okay, maybe the record doesn't show it, but you know what? The record does show it because it's an improvement from last year.
Definitely is. 8-21-1 compared to 4-21. Double the wins. You have Eds tomorrow. You play against your old head coach in Sullivan, who is a program legend, and then it's time for the playoffs. If all goes right, like they did last year, they won 2 playoff games. Your first double-digit win season. So if the program has reset, and then beyond that, who knows? Most likely a long while. That will be big for the Namers, especially as they try to get more and more top-tier talents to come to them, opposed to Padua, Gilmore, U.S., and, of course, as in Ignatius.
And Sullivan knows the Holy Name program very well. Like you said, he coached here. He coached here. He taught at the school, so he knows the program. Well, coaches know the opponents, or think they know the opponents. But it's funny, we're going to have Holy Name alum going against each other tomorrow.
Should be a fun matchup tomorrow.
That'll be a fun game to watch.
It'll be interesting to see how that one turns out in the end. To stay up to date on all the games that we were covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County area. Check our live tab for the games coming up this week. Plenty of games that we will have. Some undecided right now, but some big ones, especially this weekend. Alliance Canfield on Friday. Alliance West Branch on Saturday. One has a combined record of 34-4. The other is for the EBC Championship. As well, if you want to become a broadcast sponsor, especially for those games, if you're a Stark County business owner, now is the time to talk to us and get a deal done. Or even up here in Cleveland as we have the Parma Holy War and potentially a game on Monday. But Tommy, once again, thanks for joining us. Double duty tonight. Working for Holy Name, then working for me.
Hey, always a great pleasure to help you, Nathan.
Had some good times over at Holy Name back in the day. We can reminisce, of course.
We have.
Definitely not the same place without you there, of course. But, you know, bigger and better things. What are you off to now? Tell the people at home.
Well, I recently received a job promotion through the maintenance company I work for. So now I'm working at a couple great schools and churches out in the Avon community. Great people, great, wonderful people out there. I mean, I love it. I like it out there. Great, again, the great staff, the great parishioners, and school to work with. But you never forget your first position. And that was, for me, when I began this position nearly 6 years ago, I started at Holy Name. So I consider myself, what do you call those things?
Honorary namer?
Honorary namer, thank you. Forgive me, folks, I'm older.
But still a namer nonetheless. Once again, Tommy, thanks for joining us. And thank you all for tuning in as well tonight. Medina gets the win 7-5 over Holy Name. For all of us here at SmeeSports, for Tommy Borawski, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Parma, and we will see you again next time. This has been the OHSAA on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop.